I'm Dave. The channel is Harleys, Diners and Rides. So on our channel, we talk mostly about motorcycles, riding, and enjoying the open road. But we also talk about RVs, as we have a 30-foot Coachman toy hauler, which we purchased in 2019. With that Coachman, we're able to extend our range of our travels to encompass new rides, new destinations, and meeting new people. Today, we're going to talk about not an accessory for the Harleys, but an accessory for the Coachman. Here we got a generator inverter for our toy hauler so that we can do a little boondocking. And for those of you that don't know what boondocking is, it's where you park yourself in a place where there's no hydro, no water, right, for your RV. So whatever you bring into the site is what you need to use to operate your RV. But in this case here, we're going to look at the generator. It is a 30 amp generator which will run all of our circuits in the toy hauler, including our air conditioning, so that we don't have to worry about turning things off or on. So today we're going to open it up. Been reading a lot of good reviews on it. Certainly it's not as expensive as the Honda or the Yamaha, which are in Canada here. You know, your Honda generator is about $3,500, and this one here we paid less than $1,500 for it. Bought it. The thing that I like about this generator is, which you don't have with the Honda, it's dual fuel, meaning that I can run it on gasoline, and if there's no gas, I can hook it up to my 20-pound propane tank, and it runs on both. So we're going to test out both today. So stick around. Right off the bat, one of the things I like about this model is that the profile, the height, still fits into the back of my truck, and I can put the tonneau cover, the hard cover, close it, and this fits underneath, so no problem there. The other nice thing is, as you see, it's got a nice handle, and the wheels for maneuverability. Here's your exhaust. Here's our engine bay. Another access panel here. And finally, our command center. Over the control panel and also some of the accessories. Yesterday I took this out of the box, connected the battery, topped up the oil because it was dry. I tested the starting on gas, and I've also tested the starting with the propane. So today, just to quickly go over some of the accessories that come with this, Obviously you saw the filler tube for the oil, that's off to the side right now. But also this, so this cable here, right, just plugging into this area here, this allows you to, if your generator's been sitting for a long time and the battery dies, you can just plug it in here, plug this into the wall, and you can charge your battery. All right, so that's for the first thing. Just going over the control panel, then starting over on the left-hand side here, this is our fuel selector. Right now in the horizontal position, this will run on gas. Flip this up, and it now runs on propane. All right, I'm going to leave it for gas. You have your choke here, right? It's got 1, 2 positions. You've got your control here, so this is in the stop position, this is in the run position, and the next one up, pressing it would start with is the electric start. Here you've got your identification lights. OK means that the generator is running in normal capacity. Red would mean overload. Yellow here would mean low oil. All right, down here you've got your ground, that if you're going to be stationary for quite some time, you know, putting a rod into the ground and grounding it. I don't see too many people doing that, but I'm going to research that a little bit more. Up here is your indicator, your battery on and is in good shape. I'm turning it off, okay? You've got your 2 fuses, a 20 amp and a 30 amp fuse, right? Coming down, you've got your 2 plugs here for your ordinary 110. You've got this area here, red and black. These are for actually linking this generator with a second generator to give you more capability. At the top here, you've got your 120, and this is your adapter, right, which just, make sure I got it the right way, pushes in, twists, it locks into position, and now you can hook up your 30 amp cable, power cable for your RV, all right? And that'll just stay in there. Here we've got a DC outlet, right, which allows you to, they give you this, this USB charger, which would just plug into here, as so, and now you can charge your USB units here. Again, here's your recoil here, right? So, pretty simple, right? And this one here is a reset, right? All right, so at this point now, they recommend that you run this for roughly 5 hours for the break-in at various speeds, just to seat the rings and to, you know, give the engine a chance to break in under you know, 50, what they say, 50% of its normal. And then after that's finished, then I'm going to change the oil out, and she'll be add some stabilizer, and she's going to be ready for our next trip down to Daytona. All right, so I've got my compressor just sitting out in the backyard here. I've got my compressor just sitting here. It's plugged in. I'm just gonna start it up now, give it a little bit of choke. So I'll just give that a little bit of time here to warm up, and then I'll put it to economy mode so it idles down, let it run like that for a couple of minutes. Then I'll turn on my compressor, put a small drain on it so that it'll put a load on it, and then once the compressor shuts off, it'll go back to eco mode, compressor will drain, start up again, and go through a cycle. So this will be running for most of the afternoon. Do this test. I've placed the generator towards the end of the driveway. It's about 20 feet away. I've got my telephone app for the noise, and currently right now, I'll just give it a rest and you'll see what it is without the generator running. So you can see it bouncing around up to about 50 down to the high 30s. Okay, so I'm going to go and start the generator. I'll leave it up on high, take a look, and then I'll put it down onto low or economy and see what it sounds like. So that's the generator running at high, about 64 decibels. Now I'll go and put it to economy and see what it sounds like there. So economy, it's running around 60 decibels. Okay, so there's my test of it.